Good evening. My name is Samantha Flannery, and today we're going to be looking into two completely different type of shoe retailers in the market, both DSW and Zappos. So let's look at our traditional company. Our traditional company that I selected was DSW. They were founded in 1969. They have about 500 stores in 42 states. Their stores average about 21,000 square feet, and they hold about 22,000 shoes per store. They also have an annual revenue of $2.71 billion, according to their annual report in 2017. Now let's look at the modern company, which is Zappos. Zappos actually just celebrated their 20th year anniversary. They were founded in 1999. They were acquired by Amazon in 2009 for about $1.2 billion. They are strictly an e-commerce website, and they have about $2 billion in annual sales per year. So now let's look at the value disciplines first. They're both very different. They have a lot of the keywords very similar, such as being authentic and accountable. DSW, on the other hand, has more of a team value. They use a lot of we. They want their employees to be authentic, passionate, accountable, and collaborative. So very much a we culture and working together as a team. Versus Zappos is very different. They call it the WOW philosophy. So they have 10 core values. As you see them below, some of them are embrace and drive change, be fun and a little bit weird, being positive, do more, not less. So they have very different structures with how they look at their value disciplines, but they're very much looking at the key features that they feel like their customer looks at the two of them. Now let's talk about market segmentation. DSW focuses more on the buyer persona. They basically have customers that they've designed based off of their lifestyles, their age group, how they shop for shoes, and they do a lot of marketing geared towards those selected personas. Some of them listed below are the shoe fanatic, which would include myself, 25 to 54, a fashion-forward female who looks for trends and designers. And then Zappos, on the other hand, they market completely different because they prefer to look at customers that like customer service. And since they are fully e-commerce, they're not relying on those customers to come into the store. They're more looking for customers that like the ease of doing transactions based online. Now, with relationship and loyalty, they're also very different. So DSW has 26 million VIP customers. They have an exchange program where you can earn points. They have a lot of ways that you can win a volunteer trip with the company that they sponsor, Souls for Souls. They do a lot of mass marketing with personal touches, letting you know how much you save using their rewards program that year. Versus Zappos is entirely different. They invest in customer service rather than marketing campaigns like DSW does. They have a very highly trained call center staff that go through about 4 to 5 weeks of training. Their WOW philosophy that we touch back on when it comes to the values that they have in their company, but they also do something really unique. They like to look at special moments for the customer, whether it's sending somebody a free pair of shoes, sending a loyal customer flowers. One time they actually had a 10-hour phone conversation with a customer. They were just doing customer value, and that's how they do things within their organization. So both a lot about the value and what they can bring to the customer, but they both approach it very differently. So big data. DSW relies a lot on their VIP program to accrue data. They look at the buying habits of their customer, what kind of shoes they're buying, how often they're buying them, trends that they're into. And then in 2018, they partnered with an AI company called Marketing Revolution. And a quote that I found says, "The effort to understand customers' needs and behaviors to create more efficient and cost-effective marketing campaigns. Our goal is to drive more traffic both to the brick and mortar stores and to e-commerce sales." So they invest a lot in their marketing campaigns. Versus Zappos, on the other hand, has an entire team dedicated to big data. They have about 20 data scientists, machine learning scientists, and software engineers. And they have an AI system in-house that's there to improve their e-commerce experience and to drive down the rates and smarten up their search results for their customers. So their algorithm that they create helps with term recognition for their customers, picks up on historical data and data trends, and is very driven towards their e-commerce website. Versus DSW looks at both e-commerce and more so in the brick and mortar stores as well. Now, analytics for personal decisions. DSW uses RMCA, which is an automated recruitment management candidate assessment tool, and it basically analyzes people that are applying and people within the organization to see their likelihood of success in the DSW environment and which positions that they would excel in. This has helped to reduce administration time and just based off the values that they have for their organization, seeing how that person would fit into their company. Zappos, on the other hand, has a very unique way they hire. They actually ask you one question per their 10 core values to see how you answer them. And if you don't answer them all incorrectly, it's kind of a dock on your interview process. They also watch how you interact with people when it comes to the hiring day, whether how you interact with the taxi driver or the person at your hotel that you're staying at. And they make note of all those different things because they feel like all that customer service kind of ties into all those different things. There's actually a really unique case study that they just did where they interviewed 1,300 college students in 2 weeks. So this was primarily done on social media. And what they did was they reached out through social media with swag and sponsored posts. And there was a 0 weight on resume and GPA. They were actually doing a lot of skill challenges and on-demand interviews and a lot of questionnaires to see how this college student will potentially fit into the Zappos culture. They wanted them to have an experience as well as college students, and so a lot of them had really positive key takeaways from this exercise. So they were able to filter through 1,300 candidates in 2 weeks with the case study that they did on their big data. So this was something new that they tried to see how it filtered through the candidate process when they're looking to hire new professionals for their team. So digital transformation, DSW's was actually very unique. So they decided to do a warehouse synchronizing event for online purchases in 2017. So DSW does not have any warehouse locations. Their stores are their warehouse locations. They wanted to give their customers an omni-channel experience, both in-store and online. This is more of a personalized shopping effort, and they had an entire transformation team to help guide them through this process. So all the tweaks and the kinks for them. And this has really changed our dynamic, and it actually has cut costs a lot in that respect. And Zappos, once they were acquired by Amazon in 2009, they actually relocated their headquarters to Las Vegas, and they have a $350 million revitalization effort around the campus in Zappos. A quote that I found from the CEO was that they want Zappos to be a brand about the very best customer service and customer experience, and that kind of starts with their headquarters. They're building a city as a startup, which is the logical evolution brand for this trajectory. So they're a lot about branding and how can they excel Zappos into the marketplace. With digital maturity and organization culture, DSW is very focused on the development of personalization. Because they have a lot of the VIP customers, because they have both brick and mortar and online, they're a lot about providing those benefits to the reward customers and their potential customers. For the Zappos, on the other hand, is focused a lot on their brand maturity. They want their brand to excel in the marketplace and be known for their customer service. They are consistently developing customer service across all channels with their brand growth, and that is our primary initiative right now as they mature in the digital market. So in conclusion, the things that I've seen with both of these companies is they're quite different, but they're very, very customer driven, which is what you want to see in a retail company. They have different aspects that they go about it. DSW is more focused on giving the rewards back to the customer versus Zappos is looking to give back the ease of ordering and making processes different. What I would take as a key takeaway was I would think that you constantly have to evolve in the marketplace. Hope is not a strategy, and to constantly be evolving because the way you always done it is not always the proper way to do it. There are always better things coming out in the marketplace for understanding your customers. So be constantly evolving, and it seems like both of these companies have made a great initiative in learning a lot about their customers and how they can grow that customer satisfaction. So I would definitely take that away with me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my presentation and for taking the time out of your day. So I really appreciate it, and have a great evening. And here are my references as well.